Meet Nikki Knight of Star Angel Readings, psychic, medium, and no BS truth teller. We dive into raw, honest readings, spiritual tools, and finding your power. If you're curious about destiny, love, or life's big twists, this is an interview you can't miss. If you're new to the channel, I am Sako, artist and author, and a bunch of other things, but we'll just mention that I'm self-published 4 times over, something like that. I've been working on my craft for decades, and now I'd like to share my skills with you guys.
I'm Dewan L. Hearn, more affectionately known as the Moon, and I'm learning how to determine which way everybody is on my screen so that I can point to them properly. Because I've looked at other episodes and I'm pointing over here, and I'm supposed to be pointing over there, and I'm like, I gotta learn this eventually. Yeah, I write stuff, I film stuff, and I talk to people. I don't, I'm just here. There's some trophies. It's fine. They're up there. That's cool.
And
I'm. You introduce yourself. Sako's going to give you an intro. Go for it.
And I'm Nikki Knight with Star Angels Reading, guest here on Sako and the Moon, and I'm glad to be here. Glad to share what we got. Again.
Again.
This is your second time on the show. This is a return for you. How did you feel about the show after the first time you did it? Do you remember? It was like season 1.
I felt nervous, but I really liked being on here, and I'm glad I got to come back.
Well, we're always glad to have you back, Nikki.
We're always glad to have you back. I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So you've been a clairsentient since childhood.
Mm-hmm.
When did you first realize this gift was something you wanted to share professionally?
I felt like this is the only thing I can really do to manage my own mental health and my own spiritual health. Because if I don't use it, it becomes too strong. And so people ended up paying me for doing readings. I initially didn't charge, but I was told about energy exchanges, like how I'm wasting my energy if I don't get something to renew my energy and support me doing this. So I ended up starting charging around 2027, not 2027, 2017.
In the future. That's
in the future. No, I started charging in 2017, and I started off small, and then people wanted to do more, and I started developing stronger abilities and using them for other things, and I ended up wanting to do, ending up getting paid more. So I just accept the blessings, and now I'm getting paid good enough to live and take care of my needs and stuff like that. And I'm able to help the community as well. So,
yay!
That was always going to be my question. Just finding that balance of just your mental health and your desires to be around other people, but then that need to reach out to people and to share that gift, finding that balance, that drives me nuts just thinking about it. How to find, with all of this stuff going on around you in a space we can't perceive, how do you find that balance, like you just said?
Definitely reaching out to other people who have the same abilities and meditating and focusing on the fact that I'm here to do a certain job because of my abilities. I'm here to help people. Even though I charge, they're still coming away with things that help them better their lives. So I'm doing my purpose. So it kind of keeps me balanced by focusing on what I'm doing for the greater good. And it kind of helps me focus on what I need to do for myself to be able to do that. So I've been able, ever since I've been on my spiritual path, I've been able to focus more on taking care of myself. And that's been helping me keep the balance.
Excellent.
Wow, that's
profound.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
That's so profound. And just like the minimal, like I can't even begin to fathom how that works for you. But I know that when I do a good deed, just saying something nice and having that good positive interaction with a stranger, like that carries me through like the rest of the day. So I'm just imagining that energy on such a greater scale for you.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Before I had a handle of it when I was in high school, it was like Grand Central Station, and I didn't know what to do with it. In my 20s, I met people who had abilities and taught me how to use tarot cards to channel my energy, to balance it out, and so I can get the message using the pictures on the cards. I'm an intuitive reader. I don't necessarily go by the books of any tarot card stacks or anything like that. I go off the energy I get from the people and reflect it onto the cards.
It makes sense.
I'm also a medium, so I just channel a lot, and sometimes it can get to be a lot, especially if I'm around people that have different emotions and different feelings. I can suck all that in. I have all the clairs: clairsentience, clairaudience, which is hearing, clairgustance, which is smelling, clairtasting, which I forgot the name, the professional name of, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, feeling, and like
All the senses.
all that. And it doesn't work all at the same time, so it can be frustrating. I have to like figure out if I'm hearing something, I have to focus real hard on getting the seeing done, and it's kind of like a juggling act sometimes.
A juggling act for sure. You offer No, let me back up. Your tagline emphasizes truth without sugarcoating. How do you balance honesty with compassion when delivering difficult messages to clients?
Well, I feel the importance of the message first off. That's why I don't sugarcoat, but I also feel their feelings. And so I just kind of be honest with like with a bedside manner. It's kind of like being a doctor. You have to break the bad news of the cancer to get rid of the cancer. So you have to like ease into it and just be kind about it and just realize that other people's feelings can be overwhelming. Sometimes, like if they're not listening, I'm a little bit more harsh, a little bit more blunter. But I try to be as kind as possible. There's sometimes no way getting around telling someone that they're not meant to be with somebody, or their path is being led in a negative direction if they don't switch it up. Like I literally, there's one time I had to literally warn someone not to go on a date with someone because something bad was going to happen. And it was like one of my friends, and they didn't listen, and something did happen, and it was no good. So that was the first time I tried to gently tell someone and kind of sugarcoat, like, oh, if you go, it might not turn out well for you, so I wouldn't go. And it ended up being worse than what I thought. So now I definitely don't sugarcoat anything because I don't want anything like that to happen again.
That makes sense to me. Not 100% sure if Sako is still there. She's frozen on my end. So I'll just carry on. Like there. Oh, there she is. Hey,
am I back?
You are back.
Yeah.
You froze again, but you are back. So in the meantime, I will say, how do you deal with those moments, Nikki? How do you deal with knowing that you have to deliver this message and you have to deliver a message compassionately, like with that bedside manner that you said, because it was a great analogy. But at the same time, understanding like I need to emphasize this as I need you to understand. Like, how do you go without shaking them and like you need to listen to me?
I just kind of feel like if I use that kind of like stern motherly doctor like direction, it usually works. Like if you do this thing, you may end up in harm's way. If you end up in harm's way, you might not be able to get out of it. You need to step away and look from this perspective to be safe and to be in a better place. Like, I had to talk people out of domestic violence situations. I had to talk people out of severe, paranormally negative situations where they were being attacked. I had to tell them how to cleanse their space or they needed to get the hell out. Like, I talk to them how I want to be talked to, how I want to be directed. If I had a bad parasitic entity in my house because somebody was abusive or negative, and I'd want someone to be like, listen, get the fuck out. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Say fuck
Get
away.
out and hurry
Yeah,
up
we're not.
before something happens. I'd want someone to do that because so many people want to do this toxic positivity and it doesn't help anyone. It just hurts.
And I think that there is an overall issue where we try to be too kind, like us normal people like me. We try to be too kind, and that kindness gets dismissed. It's just like, it's a thought, it's their opinion, nothing. They're just being paranoid or whatever. And I've seen that, and I've seen people dismiss when I've given them advice. I don't have any special abilities. I'm not on your level, but sometimes you can see the writing on the wall, and the person in the situation doesn't. It's like if you see the writing on the wall outside the house, but they're on the inside, they can't see that wall. I'm on the outside of that wall. I can see the writing. I can tell them what it is. But again, like you were saying, you have to be able to find a way that is effective in passing this message along. That can't be easy. It's great that you've been able to find that balance.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Sako.
Hopefully I'm nice and clear.
You were until you just did that. We can hear you. You're good right now. You're good right now. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. This is the beauty of doing a live show. I say this all the time. I love doing a live show because of this. Usually it's me. So
my internet is being finicky today.
This is what happens when you do a live show on the internet, man. This is
So, Nikki, you offer root work and oils and dress candles in addition to your readings. How do you integrate these tools into your clients' spiritual journeys?
I help them by tailoring the rituals to what they need in the current moment. Like if my client is going through court case issues, I'll do a road opener, a transmutation, which transmutes negative energy into positive. I do a court case candle to focus on the actual legal situation and uncrossing to uncross them if anybody has sent something to them. A reversible to reverse any ill will or negative energy being sent to them being sent back. I just kind of arrange it to where they can manifest what they want. And I always tell them, the spell work is a way to send you energy to use. If you don't use it, the thing won't happen. You won't be able to manifest the thing that you want. So it works, but also depends on the person doing their own personal work. I also tell them how to cleanse themselves. I usually tell them basil, sage, rosemary. I learned that from a shop called Shango in Citrus Heights, California. It's in Sacramento. It's a kind of like a traditional cleanse to remove negative energy. I tell them how to like use the energy that I'm sending. Like every spell work usually comes with some kind of reading first. I have to make sure what I'm doing is actually going to help them and tailored to their exact needs. And I do spell work for myself prior so that I keep myself balanced and keep myself clean and like my energies open to receiving what I need to receive. So I'm not blocked by anyone who's sending them negative energy while I'm trying to help them.
I was kind of curious about that a little bit, in the sense that how do you figure out what entity is positive and what entity is negative when you're doing a reading?
It's what I feel from them, and usually if I feel something heavy, I feel something oppressive, I usually like see their energy after I feel it, and like I see their intentions. It's all about intention. If their intentions are no good, I need to send it back or transmute it.
That makes sense. You've said you've helped with private investigators in the past. What was that experience like, and how did it shape your work?
The first time I worked with a private investigator, I worked with private investigator Larry DeMake. He's in Auburn, California. He's really great. I worked with him on some cold cases that has gone cold, and a case that was happening right at that time, dealing with the railroad incidences. I can't really say like too much about them, but there's a whole documentary that you can look up about the railroad incidences in Auburn, California, where people were being found on the railroad tracks. I'll go that far. I won't go any further. But I was able to pick up on some information on them, and I was able to help out find more details that they needed. And then I also worked on a missing persons case that was live on Facebook that someone was putting on live because they were part of like a neighborhood watch, and 3 kids were missing. I was able to do my remote viewing to help find them from Richmond, California to Kentucky, find out what their exact tracks were, where they were led, and they found the kids that night. And
that's validating.
And then I also worked on a few cases that are local to Virginia. Some of them did not have like the positive end results that we wanted, but we found the person. They passed away, unfortunately, but I try to give my energy to missing persons cases as much as possible. Like I have to actually kind of like have them reach out to me, because if I reach out to them, it kind of seems like I'm trying to push something. So I kind of just put it out there that I'm open to receiving missing persons cases, and I don't charge them. If they want to donate something to me, that's fine, but I want to give my energy to helping people as much as possible.
That's just dope. So much respect for you for that. This is good work.
Thank you. I try to like reach out to people through Facebook and comments and let them know what I see. But I had a few negative reactions of people saying that I'm getting in the way of like the investigation by trying to insert what I'm seeing. I'm like, no, you can just use it and take a look into it. But that's why I kind of have to like hold back and just put it out there that I help people in this way.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can understand where that comes from, especially if you're if you're in the midst of the situation, you're already emotionally discombobulated. You're not going to always see things around you the way they're being intended. you're already kind of behind a wall. I guess we can all see where they're coming from, but I'm glad that you're still putting yourself out there, making yourself available. That hasn't deterred you from the mission.
All right. What? Sorry.
Sako blanked out for a second, guys.
I did. My brain is emptying out as we speak. What's one of the most memorable client breakthroughs you've witnessed through your readings or energy work?
That's a hard one because there's a lot. I feel like one of my clients that went through a lot of loss and a lot of that had to go through trying to find a way to like say it without invading their privacy too much.
Yeah, I follow.
They had to deal with a lot of court issues and a lot of different things, but mental health wise, I was able to help them get their energy back and get through their court issues. And now they're doing good. Now they're back in school. Now they're working on themselves and they're good. Like my whole energy is about getting people to their next step. And like if they need me to continue doing work with them, I'm always going to do work with them. I always want to be available. I also did a big cleanse with somebody one time, and they had a lot of negative energies, such as like parasitic entities and stuff like that. And like I helped clear them, and like after that was done, they were like more lighter. They were able to like move on with their lives and have the things that they want manifest. And that was a very impactful thing as well.
That sounds awesome. What's the biggest misconception people have about psychics, mediums, and spiritual workers, and how do you try to break that stereotype? I mean, you did mention that you had naysayers basically saying you were obstructing justice and stuff like that, but
that we're all scammers, that we're just trying to get like big bucks and take money from people. I charge as little as I can, and to still be able to survive and do only this business.
mm-hmm.
I don't try to scam people. That's why I'm so brutally honest. Well, not brutally honest, but bluntly honest. And like there's also the stereotype that we can like give like we can tell their full on future. I can tell like if they're gonna be famous, or if I can tell if like they're gonna win the lotto if they choose these numbers, what numbers to choose. All that's all fake. Like that's not by purpose. Like I can't tell you beyond whether a current relationship is healthy or not. I can't really tell you that you're going to get married to somebody by a certain time. I can tell you timelines, but I can't tell you exact timelines because everything has changed. Readings are not set in stone. Anything you hear can be changed by your own decision making. Like I can tell you an accurate reading, but it's also dependent on you and how you use the reading and how you move forward on how it's going to manifest.
So would it be fair to say that the readings that you do follow along if you follow the path you're on, this is what I see, and sort of as a warning to like, hey, if that's not the path that you want, there's another way you can go. Is that yeah? So just remember that, everyone. Like everything that's seen is not just guaranteed as is. That's why you were sent to them, for them to tell you so that you can make the necessary changes in your life. But as Nikki said earlier, it is important that when she gives you the path to run, you got to be the one with the 2 feet and run it.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind when you utilize services of Nikki Knight or someone like Nikki Knight.
For someone curious about spiritual readings but unsure where to start, what do you recommend they do to prepare for their first session?
Write down questions, figure out how much time and energy they want to put into the reading, because there's different levels of readings. Like with me, there's the general, which is 65, which is a shorter reading, a little bit more focused on the current energy, what's happening right now. The full reading, 85, that is kind of focusing on a general, like the general, but plus other areas that they need to focus on in a little bit more extended time, and focusing on how long, how far I can read into. Like I can read up to 6 to 12 months ahead. And then the mediumship reading, which is like an hour, and that's tapping into like your spirit guides and things like that. You have to figure out what you want out of the reading first before stepping into the reading. And you have to be open to receiving and not be like arguing with the reader because you want certain things to have certain outcomes. You have to be open to allowing yourself to hear, oh, that's not your twin flame. Oh, that job's not for you. You might want to look at this or look at that. You need to be open to receiving.
It just makes sense to me. Like if you're going to pay them to do the reading, bloody listen to them. Like,
But listen,
what's the point of paying the money to see somebody and then just say that's not what's going to be my future? Okay, I'll cash your check. You do what you
do. Yeah,
you'd be surprised how much I get that.
I'm really? Not surprised. I've met people. I'm not surprised at all. I've met humans.
You're part of the Three Cups Collective in Richmond. Can you share what that community is all about and how your role there connects with your spiritual work you do through star angel readings?
We're a bunch of spiritual workers that came together to help make a brick and mortar for us to not only do our spiritual work, because we all have our own spiritual businesses that we're going to tie to this, but we also want to do a food pantry, a clothing closet for those who are in need and want interview clothes or regular clothes, helping with interviews, helping with getting people resumes. We want to help the community as a whole and like open our doors for a safe space. We're going to do meditations, community blessings, meetups for people who are the witchy path or just want to get to know people in the spiritual aspect and get to know themselves by learning how to like go within and heal their traumas. We're going to be focused on humanity-based healing and giving people what they need as much as possible, as well as kind of do our readings, do our spiritual work, and do all that. We're just kind of like coming together as a collective to try to make this place better.
That's beautiful work. That's great community work. Especially the way things are now. Like those are like the things that smaller communities truly need. Just honestly, people who give a shit. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. We just had our witches walk. We just had our witches walk on the 21st, and we had a lot of people come out, and we're hoping to do it again next year. We're going to have a show October 18th at, well, it used to be called Another Round, but now it's called Mel J's North. We're going to be having Trap Cry, Neighborhood Minx, Black Lyric with Miss D, and Astro Honey play. And it's $10 at the door if people want to come. And like it's to help us raise money for our community center. And we're going to have a photo booth and a raffle. It's going to be a good time, so people should come.
That sounds awesome.
I have a handful of rapid fire questions that I would like to run you through, and just like the answer that comes to you the quickest, that is the correct answer. So first question.
Go. So let's go.
So let's go. Sorry, my internet is lagging here and there.
Only a little bit.
Yeah. Black cat or raven?
Black cat. I have one.
Ah.
Even though I love ravens, but I have to choose my cat.
Potion brewing or spell casting?
Spell casting.
Friendly ghost or mischievous spirit?
That sounds fun. Mischievous spirit.
Cursed object or haunted mirror?
Haunted mirror, because I want one of those.
Oh. Pumpkin spice or blood red wine?
Blood red wine, baby.
Sounds awesome. Thank you for that.
You're
that
welcome.
was super fun. Excuse me. Speaking of psychics and readings, here's a question for our viewers that have made it this far. Have you ever had a reading that completely changed how you saw your life? Tell us your story, or share that question you'd ask a psychic if you had the chance.
Do it in the comments. Do it right now.
In the comments,
do it in the comments right now. Like you're right there by the computer or on your phone. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Even if you're watching this late. Even if you're watching it late, go ahead.
Or even on the TV, just pop up on your phone and
it's fine. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
Put it in there. Do it.
Okay, folks, this is us wrapping up. If you like this video at any point, I encourage you to check out our video on cryptids in Appalachia with Renmelian.
That one was crazy.
That one was crazy. And check that out. And next week we'll be talking about tame horror with Nicole Ford Thomas, I think. No,
not yet.
Lauren Nettles with Gothic Horror. But
now you have a preview of what's coming up after that.
But Nicole Ford Thomas is. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen.
It's on the books.
It's on the books. We generally aim at 11 Eastern on Fridays for the main show, and we're kind of tossing around the schedule for Mondays.
So you know what that means, right?
So you know what that means.
After you've liked and subscribed to Sako and the Moon, you have to hit the notification bell so that whenever our show pops up, whatever time that ends up being, listen, we got real lives, right? We got kids and families and jobs and such. Work with us, people. Work with us. So hit the notification bell so that you know exactly when Sako and the Moon shows up on the YouTubes so that you can watch us and join us for the wonderful interviews like the one we had today with the lovely Nikki Knight. Before we go, real quick, was there anything else you wanted to plug or say or throw out to the people for them to know about you? Maybe how to find you so they can get a hold of you.
Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. It's under Star Angels Readings. Also follow the Three of Cups Collective on TikTok and Facebook. We are trying to help the community. We're trying to come together and unify all the spiritual workers and the witches of our community, and we're trying to spread out as much as possible so that we do as much good as possible. So please follow us, and please come to the show October 18th at Mel J's. You can find more information on Facebook. Our show is called Bump in the Night Benefit. On Facebook, you can go to the event and invite yourself or say going, and it's going to be a good time.
That sounds dope.
Yay!
Yay.
Thanks
right.
for joining us, Nikki.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been awesome hanging out. But I know this is a shorter episode, but you know, like there are a couple of us that are not feeling so hot. And well,
This is a sick show.
it's
Literally.
a sick show.
Very literally. It's a very
Quite
sick
literally. Till then, our little doers of things, keep writing.
Thank you.
Boop.